All right, time to go for a walk with Misfit. Come on, girl. This is my neighborhood here in Malden. First time I've lived in like a really true, like proper suburbs since I was, I guess, 8 years old, living in Oradell, New Jersey. It's a little weird to me. I'm used to being in the city or like a barracks type of situation or an apartment complex out in a busy, commercial area. And I've grown to really like it, which is surprising to me because I thought I was just going to be a city kid, my whole life and always want to be that way. But Greenville's gotten so crazy that, I've started to. She's smelling. You smell some stuff, Misfit? What is it? What do you smell? Huh? What do you smell? Other doggies? You gotta stay off people's yards. Oh, I should have the little bags for her. I actually gotta go back in. All right, come on, girl. We gotta go back in. I gotta get the little bags for you. Well, this side. Come on. All right, back to regularly scheduled programming. That'll be a good chance to put a transition in, do some of the new stuff I've been learning about keystones and stuff. I didn't put the microphone on this, so I'm going to see how the noise cancellation works. I don't know if the audio is going through my Bluetooth headphones or not, so the audio might be crap on this. But anyway, now I got a little bag from Misfit. She's curious about all the yards because of the other dogs and everything. I don't get out and walk much and do that, so now I am, but I don't know if you can see it, but this is the way the boy's looking. I, got some skin. You can probably see it jiggling on my arms there a little bit. I got a long way to go. Probably another 30, 40 pounds of fat. But once that's done, man, I think I'm going to look and feel really good. I'm already really getting there. I can't believe that I've become this, like long-term success story of working on health and accomplishing goals. And I don't know what's next, but I know that I'm on the right track. I'm an early riser. I wake up at 4 just because. I originally started doing that because I looked at all these CEOs and stuff. They always say that, they get up at, 3, 4 in the morning to get going. Goodness, she's pulling hard. Not used to being out here smelling all this stuff. Gotta be careful not pulling her neck too much. I gotta get her out and walk her more, so this is good. This will give me the opportunity to do it. But just because I wanted to and I'm feeling good, I'm out doing things like I want to be in the gym. I want to work out. Like, it's weird. Uh, even when we went down to Charleston the last few days before the surgery, I just wanted to go get in the gym. Like, I stopped, I went to go to the pool and I was like, I got to get in the gym because I had to walk past the fitness center and like I wanted to do it. And all these are just really new things for me. I always did it out of just sheer discipline before. And now to the point where I really enjoy it and like it and watching the results and I'm having a good time. But yeah, this is my neighborhood here in Malden, Bethel Drive. There's our house down there. It's kind of a busier road, for the suburbs because it's a cut through between two other busy roads. One of them very busy, Butler. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to share my walk and clear my head and get my thoughts out. I have so many things now on my checklist that I want to do over the next 3 or 4 days. I'm not used to having any time to do anything. For those that don't know, my schedule is I literally wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and I go and start driving Lyft by 5. And I try to do that till 6 or 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday. On top of trying to, get my real estate license and start a mobile detailing business and learn how to be a travel agent and do social media good enough to get monetized and be motivational and show some other people what can be done if they put their mind to it and uh, just share my experience and how I've changed as a person and who I am today. I'm shocked by it. I love where I'm at. Being a family man and being a husband and a father is just, it's amazing. And my heart is in a totally new place. So this week, my checklist is long. I'm going to do like a spit clean on the house, basically like detail the inside because it needs it. I just don't have time to help out with that normally. And we have so many pets and everything. It's hard to keep it up to, the standard. But I'm working on that. And, it's just one thing. I need to sign up for my real estate exam for the state exam because I finished the first, I think it's 90 hours. I think it was 60 for the first class and 30 for the second. And I passed both of those exams. So now I just need to take the state exam and do all the payments and do the background check and all these other things. Had a mistake a few years ago, and it's all expunged, but my life was in the pits of just hell for a little while, and I pulled myself out of it. And I mean, down at the bottom, close to as low as you can go, and pulled around, and I'm on the other side of it. That's one thing. And then I need to set up my PC for doing video editing because I don't have a laptop that's strong enough to do the type of editing that I want to do. But I think I finally learned how to do good editing with transitions and keystones and all these other things and animations and things that it felt like impossible when I was first starting to try to learn it because it was so confusing to me. But now I see it and I get the general flow of it, and I'm really excited about it. I've got some okay, decent equipment to work with. The iPhone 16 Pro Max takes some pretty good video, pretty good audio. I've got a gimbal. It's not ideal or perfect, but it does the job for right now. And I've got a lavalier microphone, and for the time being, that's really all you need to get set up and start doing this stuff and be a talking head. So I'm going to try to do more of this talking head stuff and find some interesting, fun things to go video and maybe get out on some trails, probably with this little girl right here. She could be my buddy for the next 3 or 4 days. I'm really excited about spending time with her because I don't get enough time to spend with her or my son or my wife. So I'm going to get to spend a bunch of time with them. I'm really happy about that. So that's cool. Maybe go see the Thunderbolts. But then some of the other stuff, I need to create a website for my mobile detailing business that I want to get going. And I need to start the basis for a website for doing real estate just to have the base ready for when I start with a broker. I want to get an Android tablet and create an advertisement for all the different businesses that I'm looking to do and put that on the back of the headrest in my vehicle and make it so that people will see advertisements for those things and have my business card. So I need to get my business card set up. Oh, a bunch of stuff. Like I said, get the PC set up. I got to get some DisplayPort cables and run them over to my monitor so I can work on it at my desk as opposed to on the projector, which isn't really ideal for doing that type of work. So that's one thing. And then, goodness, there's so many. We're going camping, so I have to go through our camping checklist and get all that ready. I need to look at my car, go through my finances. I can't believe it. So I went through, again, I was down at the bottom of the pits. I stopped paying on all my credit cards, and I couldn't afford anything. I couldn't find a job. I needed a hip replacement. I was totally unhireable. It was the worst. And I went through a really bad run of financial trouble. And I think I'm finally on the other side of it. One of the, credit bureaus, Experian, I think, put me at a 700 credit. I don't know whether I should say that in a video or not, but, finally moving in the right direction. And I actually have a few things I can clear off of there. One of them is medical related that shouldn't even be on my report. I get that off. And then there was some fraud. Somebody did start AT&T internet accounts in Columbia and Charleston, South Carolina as like some retaliation against me. And, it was a whole thing, but I've got to work on getting those cleared off. And I think once those get cleared off, I'm really going to have, even another further bump. And our finances are finally turning around, which if we could just get that done because of how hard I work and how hard Heather works, who's been doing amazing, then, man, the sky's the limit. And all the things that we want to do as people at this age, it's so hard to restart at 44 and have, no house of your own, big car payment and debt, and just, feeling like I'm, a 30-year-old that made a bunch of mistakes as a 20-year-old. Unfortunately, I lived out my 20s when in my late 30s. And that was not good because I spent my 20s going to Iraq and going to the military and then coming out and immediately being a husband and a father. And I never went through all that. And it was a mistake to engage and indulge in that need. It was so empty and fruitless. And it's the worst decision I've ever made in my life was to go and try to, live out my wild 20s and my late 30s. But I have learned and turned myself around, and I am a different new person today in almost every regard. Not perfect. Some of that deep, dark stuff is still there a little bit, but boy, nothing like it was. I'm redeemed. I got that Holy Spirit in me, man. Things are going. So if you like some inspirational content, you want to see a guy that was years away from a deathbed, literally, doctors telling you I might, maybe they won't get me through to 50, turning into who I am today, like and subscribe on this, and I'll show you a little bit more of what's going on in my life. And I hope it helps somebody somewhere, because I know that the stuff that I've seen with people that have turned their lives around when I was first starting to do it really helped me. And I was able to go and look at their knowledge and their mistakes and avoid some pitfalls and really starting to do well. So I'm excited. Anyway, I'm out here walking because the doctor told me to do it. It's good for the gallbladder surgery. And yeah, give me a like and subscribe, man. Help me out. I want to get this thing going, man. I want to do some cool stuff for people. All right, Rick out.